The amount of men that have approached me, stared at me, and made me feel uncomfortable is dumbfounding. Any moment, somebody can come into our personal space and make us feel uncomfortable.
No, I keep my oral hygiene, body hygiene up there.
Time is more valuable than a $7 coffee.
Number one, cook for them. Number two, cook for them with a heart.
The time somebody says feminine energy, if what's with American women? Are you guys okay? My mom now, I'm like, hey mom, you cook for dad today? Good. You're in your feminine energy, all right.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Startup, period. I've only literally had this car for a week. And today I used to go to the gym, hence my gym attire and my bare face. And my car will not start up, period. In my car to start up in the morning, it lags just a little bit, but it eventually starts up. In my mind, I'm thinking it's just cold outside. I call up my dealership and I'm heated. Oh, he's talking about, oh, our mechanic doesn't come until Monday. And I'm like, so I have work on Monday. Like, talking about, oh, come in tomorrow, give you a loaner car, and then when the mechanic gets in on Monday, we'll tell you what's the issue. Mind you, this is all free of charge. Can I just have a moment? I'm not gonna pay $100, bro. If I have to pay $100 tow truck to go out there and bring this car to them, I'm gonna be mad. This dealership is 45 minutes away from me. I'm gonna go up there tomorrow. Hopefully, car will start to go drive there. And I don't know what's going to happen later, but if we gotta trade this baby out and go get something different, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And it's not starting whatsoever. Is this, like, what is this? This is, no. Look at this car to this.
Yes, you have to take a lower car, a lower value car, right? And that's the same thing with men a lot of times that women don't realize. Even if you've had a lower value man, come on now, stick with me, and looked at him like he was a higher value man, not with money, but with care, doing things for you, you wouldn't be in that predicament. You shouldn't have to go there on your own. I can tell, like, tell me, it's like she made a video saying, tell me I don't have a man by what I'm doing. You don't have a man by you doing that on your own, right? I can see already. Because if you had a man, he'd be making those calls for you, but that's the epidemic we're in right now.
We're about to have an important conversation. Y'all know I'm here for laughs and giggles, but this needs to be said. Men, if you see a woman pumping her own gas at a gas station, do not even look at her. One of the most vulnerable things that I feel like I can do that gives me major anxiety is pump my own gas, and here's why. The amount of men that have approached me, stared at me, and made me feel uncomfortable is dumbfounding.
You look like a clown.
And ladies, sound off in the comments, because the things that we have to do to even make ourselves feel safe enough to even get out of our car to pump gas is astonishing. We have to lock our car doors, take our keys out of our car, take our phone, leave our car door open just in case somebody comes and we can jump in our car quickly. We have pre-planned making us feel safe, and then we have men still approaching us.
I will not look for you. I will not pursue you.
Talking to us, complimenting us, and it doesn't matter what we're wearing. The last time a man approached my vehicle while I was pumping gas, I had messy 3-day-old bun hair with a sweatshirt hoodie on, yoga pants, and flip-flops. You know why he came up to me? He wanted to talk about my...
You should be happy. Do you know how many women are complaining men aren't talking to them, and you have men talking to you, and you're angry? This is why guys don't talk.
Talk about my feet. Do you understand how uncomfortable it is to just live in a space where at any moment somebody can come into our personal space and make us feel uncomfortable? I had a man run up to my vehicle while I was leaving a gas station, parked, ready to turn onto the street, to knock on my vehicle to start a conversation. This is why we want our partners to pump our gas. It's not because we're bougie and we're like, oh my gosh, we're just passionate princess. It's actually because we have major anxiety from being in a situation where we cannot leave if a man approaches us. We already have men following us in grocery stores. We already have men following us in Home Depot. We already have men following us and our children when we're at a Walmart and they're doing unspeakable things that should not be done in public. And when we tell managers, when we speak up, when we say, hey, this man's making us feel uncomfortable, they gaslight us and tell us, oh, he probably wasn't doing that, or oh my gosh, he's probably left, when in reality, he's hiding so he can follow us. We constantly have to look around 24/7 to see who's there, what are they doing, are they following us, and are we in danger? Please stop. It doesn't make us feel cute. It doesn't make us feel pretty. It makes us feel unsafe, and we're constantly on high alert. Stop.
Yes. Guys have, and guys need to. I don't know what state you're in. Maybe you're in a state where guys have a little more confidence, right? Doesn't come across like you're in New York or in LA, but hey, this is why. This is exactly why guys stop talking to women. This is why guys go to clubs less and less. This is why guys choose not to put themselves where women at. Guys even slow down on going to the gym. Why? Because of this. Because of this. And you don't have to question why. Why do women keep questioning why? You don't see videos like this happening all the time, women over exaggerating. Men are done.
About kissing. I do not kiss.
In general, you don't kiss?
Like, if I'm in a relationship.
Then you'll kiss.
Right. I gotta really be feeling you to be kissing. Like, slapping you down.
But what's the reason that you have to be in such a serious situation first?
I do not want somebody that is kissing other people or having their mouth on somebody else's body parts.
Exclusively dating. Say you and someone else are exclusively dating, but it's early.
Yeah, no. I keep my oral hygiene, body hygiene up there.
Did you have some type of like childhood trauma experience with kissing?
No, I'm just very particular. Like, you got to match me or be better. Like, I got to be like, I need to up what am I doing? And I know I do a lot. So if somebody can challenge me in there, I'm like, oh yeah. Okay. You might could get a kiss.
All right. All right.
So a man has to challenge you in there, she said, in order to get a kiss. How about a man being in a relationship with you? So if a man's in a relationship with you and he's not challenging you, you won't kiss him? That's pretty much what she just said.
People are losing their minds over this one thing I said in a controversial video the other day, and I want to talk about it. I made a statement that was maybe a little too aggressive. That being said, I still meant it. The statement was, my time is more valuable than a $7 coffee. I stand by this, and here's why. I'm really single. I don't do apps. I'm not looking for anything. If I'm going to actually go on a date with someone, it's because they've seriously caught my eye and they have done something to make me interested, which is how it should be. Most men in the dating world these days treat dating like a fast food delivery service and want it to be as cheap as possible because they're dating for the wrong reasons, trying to date and meet as many people as possible rather than intentionally pursuing one person who really catches their eye.
Men have no choice. This woman doesn't understand a man's plight. A man, let me give you an example. When I'm with my wife, right? It was on a dating site. And it wasn't a Filipina dating site. It was a site for Christians, right? And on the site, as a man, I would speak to women. Same thing on the site. I spoke to women all the time. And they wouldn't say anything. So in order for me to be in front of more women, I had to speak to more women naturally. Where I'm sure she had guys talking to her. And there are some, actually, she showed initiative. But she doesn't understand a man's plight.
Not only do I not want a cheap man, I expect to see some intentionality from anyone who's trying to convince me that they're actually seriously interested in me. So even if this is a 5-star guy, me saying I don't do coffee dates when he asks me if I want to go on a coffee date gives him an opportunity to exercise that he is an intentional man and make another plan. In addition to that, I'm not drinking a ton of coffee. I'm a low cortisol girl, so I really don't want coffee. Like, give me something else. In addition to that, I own a business. I have a very busy schedule. My schedule stays booked out a week ahead. I'm not going to carve an hour off my afternoon when I don't know if there's potential there, but I will be eating lunch or dinner anyway. So if you...
Yeah, and you better not take her to Applebee's. Don't take her to Cheesecake Factory. Then that list comes out. Oh, you took me to dinner? It's a list this long.
An hour away out of my schedule, carving out that time for someone that I barely don't even know, like, the opportunity cost is not there. You can't convince me that it makes sense.
Making progress.
Never, and I mean never, have I ever said no to a coffee date and a man was like, oh, never mind, you're too posh for me. No, he just makes other plans, but the beta cheap males in my comment section will disagree. So ladies, if you don't want to do a coffee date, don't do a coffee date, because if he's actually worth it, he'll just propose another plan. And I understand that maybe I said it a little bit too aggressively. I shouldn't have said my time is more valuable than a $7 coffee. But I still mean the principle of what I said, because I don't want to do a coffee date. My time is valuable. My standards are high. The right person is willing to meet those standards and will adjust their plans accordingly in order to get to know me, or they won't. And in which case, they're not my person, and I'm okay with that. The dating world these days is incredibly toxic.
Look at you!
And unless we as women raise our standards and choose to say what we are and are not willing to accept anymore, then nothing's going to change. So don't be afraid to say what you want and say it confidently, because the right guy will always rise up and meet those standards. Love you, bye.
Yeah, man, that's the difference between East and West. I was talking to my friend about it yesterday, right? And he actually has a wife from Romania. And we talked about those things. And you can see the difference here. Women over in the East, and I know because my wife's Filipina, his wife's from Romania, they're similar. But they're different than Western women. Ain't that weird?
A lot can happen in a year. I took an entire year to completely live in my feminine energy. Take a shot every single time somebody says feminine energy. What's with American women? Are you guys okay? What is feminine energy? I am tired of that word feminine, and I want to bang my head against this wall. Yeah, I got...
Thank you. Thank you. It took a woman, right, from another country. What's up with this feminine energy? I want to bang my head on the wall. Let me let her cook. She cooking. Let me let her cook.
Into my feminine energy, and it completely changed my life.
So a lot can happen in the year. I took an entire year to completely live in my feminine energy, and it completely changed my life. I moved to Dubai. I got fully tapped on my feminine energy. So it took you moving to Dubai to get in your feminine energy.
Feminine energy basically means you don't pay a single bill, you clean and cook in the house. It looks like all my Indian aunties and my mother, everyone's just in their feminine energy. I'm gonna call up my mom now, like, hey mom, you cook for dad today? Good. You're in your feminine energy.
Emotional damage.
All right. American women like found out just now recently that like men can look after you and then you don't have to work ever, and you just have to look after the kids, and they come up with this new term. I think they run with it. It's so funny. Okay, so it's like I moved to Dubai, got fully tapped in my feminine energy. Oh, you only tapped into your feminine energy after you moved to Dubai. So before that, like Sydney, Sri Lanka, and like Singapore, those didn't make it for you, huh? Only Dubai did she like, this is Dubai. The airplane wing landed on like the coastal regions of Dubai, and then suddenly she's like, a cramped economy seat, but I am in my feminine energy, all right.
He's cooking on garbage.
Thank you. Thank you. Video over, man. Video over. It took an Arabic woman. You heard what she said? Mom, you cooked for dad today? Oh, that's good. You're in your feminine energy. That was funny. But yeah, man, that's how ridiculous it sounds. She's right. She's right. The women from other cultures do not understand these American women. I went to a wedding yesterday. It's beautiful. I said it in one of my last videos. I was going to a wedding. I went to the brother Rodney's wedding. Rodney and Mary Ellis. And yeah, it was great. Right? And I walked in when she was telling him the vows. And you know what she said? She said, I prayed for a man like you.
Remember every time I say I love you, I say it out loud. Because I love you so much. I love you, babe. I love you still. always have and always will. I may not be a perfect woman for you that you wish for, but I will always be a woman who will still love you till my last breath.
You know what my wife said? Same thing in the vows. They had the same vows. But it wasn't one of those things where I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to say I want a man like, it wasn't like what happens in the West, right? These women prayed because they were in waiting. What do I mean by in waiting? They weren't just dating randoms. They weren't banging randoms. They were patiently and waiting. What do I mean by that? Patiently and waiting, right? Just how you see women in the West, oh, I got with this guy, then I was with him, but then he didn't marry me. And then, we had a kid 4 years later. So you weren't waiting? What happened? Oh, he got with you and then he didn't have any intention to marry you. So then after that, you said, let's just have these babies, right? Women in the West need to date with intention, and they don't. They go to Dubai and then get in their feminine energy when no guy's going to pick them for marriage. The guys in Dubai are super high value. They're not picking you for marriage. They'll pay you. You'll be a paid prostitute.
Corn.
Prostitute. That's all you got. While women in the Philippines are doing this. How to make your fam fall in love with you more. Cook for them. Number one, cook for them. Number two, cook for them with a heart. Got them excited for food? Cook. Make their favorite food. You see this? 5, make them try native Filipino food. 6, serve it and let food tell him how much you love him. Yes, woman born in their feminine energy.
I want something feminine and delicate.
That's all they know is femininity. And that's why guys are leaving. Guys are saying, I'm getting tired of women going to Dubai or going somewhere and then tapping into their feminine energy. Because foreign women look at it like, that's not something you tap into. That's something you become when you become a woman. And guys are leaving for women that think like that because they realize
This is the way.
passport bros, cash for no. It's definitely more to life. I'm dealing with y'all back home.
I may not be a perfect woman for you that you wish for, but I will always be a woman who will still love you till my last breath.